Okay, y'all, we're here today. We're going to cook up a good breakfast. That's right. Starting off with bacon. Some good bacon here. We're going to make some biscuits and some gravy. Scrambled eggs. Might have them over easy, actually. Over medium. So we got the bacon cooking. We'll let that cook while we get everything ready for the for the biscuits. We're going to make us some biscuits. I made some homemade bread. Turned out real good. Homemade bread. We'll talk about that on another episode. For now, we're going to make some good old homemade biscuits. The easy way. Okay. So, oh, by the way, let me show you my method of making homemade biscuits. Easy way. I'll be right back. Let me get the flour. And all you need this is the easy way for homemade biscuits. And I'll show you what you need. What you need is self-rising flour. Let me turn my oven on. Put my oven on. I'm going to put my oven on at about 350. So when we get ready to pop these biscuits in there. And I'm not going to make that many biscuits. It's just me and Brother Keith. When he gets here, we're going to have breakfast. By the way, my name is Pastor Joel at Open Heaven Christian Church. I want to welcome you to our first episode of Cooking with Pastor Joel. Show you some easy recipes. I'm just going to do 2 cups. 2 cups. Self-rising flour. Self-rising flour. Okay. We're going to put a little salt in this. And I'll show you how I do it. Right there. See it? That looks like about enough salt. Good. 2 cups. I'm going with a good tablespoon of salt. That's all I want right there. Mix this up a little bit. Flour. I gotta turn my bacon over. Bear with me here. Turn my bacon over. And that way I don't burn my bacon. There we go. There we go. Got my bacon cooking. Now, what I like to do is just for added rise, I take a little bit of baking powder. Not much. And I got 2 cups in there. So I'm going a half a teaspoon of baking. Half a teaspoon. Because this is self-rising flour. I really don't even need to put this in there. But I like my biscuits good and fluffy. Might put just a tad more. That's about it. Okay. Give that a good stir. All right. Now, good old manteca, lard, Crisco, and I'm going with about that much right here. Maybe a little more, but like that much. You see, you like my measuring method? See, this is easy cooking with Pastor Joel. This is not something that I'm gonna put a little more probably. See, I got that in there. Let me put a little more, cause there we go. So I got a good scoop in there. See, of my lard right here, and I'm just gonna start squeezing it together. Just squeeze it together. Okay, just like that. So I get crumbles. Crumble it up. Okay, crumble this up. You push my bacon back so we don't burn it. And I'm crumbling it up, and you can kind of see what we got here. See? Okay. Just crumbling it up. Okay. Got this all mixed up now. Okay. Crumbling it, crumbling it. So we got crumbles everywhere in this flour. See? Just like that. Okay. That ought to do it. Got it good and crumbled. Time for some milk. Let me get the milk. I'm going to pour. I'm going to start off with 1 cup of milk just to get it started here. So I got about a cup of milk here. Pour it right in there. And start putting it all together. Okay. 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of milk. This is easy peasy biscuits that everybody will love. So, and if you feel like you got it too wet, put a little flour in it. But I think we got it just right. See? And what I'm doing is I'm going to kind of fold it, fold it, fold it, and just keep folding it. And that's what's going to give you the flakes. You fold it. You're going to get fluffy biscuits. So you get a dough ball going. I'm just see, and I'm getting all that left over. See? I don't know if you can see that in there, that flour. So I'm trying to pick up that flour, but I'm folding it. See? I'm folding it right here. Folding it. Folding it. This is an easy peasy, delicious, Southern style biscuits. The easy peasy way. And you're going to have you some fluffy, good, delicious biscuits. And then we're going to make some gravy. And I'm going to show you how to make that. Some delicious bacon gravy, because I'm using bacon grease today. Or I'm going to use the grease from the bacon. And there's my ball of dough for my biscuits. So there it is. I'm going to have me some fluffy biscuits. Let's just give these biscuits a name. Let's call these biscuits Fluffy Biscuits. Pastor Joel's Fluffy Biscuits. Now watch this. I'm going to show you how easy this is. Clean my hands off. Knock the flour off a little bit. Okay. Get you a pan. Okay. Or you could do it in a, what do you call it? I'm just going to use, tell you what I'm going to use. because I know everybody's got one of these at their house. You could use a cast iron skillet. You could do whatever you want. Okay. Now I'm gonna take this dough ball that I made, and you could flatten it out to about that thick, about an inch thick, and use a cup and cut your biscuits out. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to pinch me off a little bit right here, like this. Kind of measure out my biscuits. And when I have biscuits, you don't want to roll this like a dough ball making pizza balls, which I'll show you how to make one day. We'll make another episode and show you my delicious pizza. But I'm just going to make something like this right here. You see? There it is. We're going to have us some fluffy biscuits. So we're just doing this, okay? That's all we're doing. Some big, jumbo, fluffy biscuits, okay? Kind of squeeze the edges a little bit to kind of hold it together and give it a little pat down. These are going to be some big biscuits, okay? Now watch this. We're going to have us, since it's only 2 people, you only need 2 cups. About 1 cup per person. And that'll create about 4 to 6 biscuits, depending how big you make them. I'll probably end up with 5 here. 2 for Keith, 3 for me. I'm kidding. If Brother Keith wants that other biscuit, I'll give it to him. So we're going to end up with 5 good biscuits. Delicious biscuits. Okay? That's my oven telling me it's ready. So that was good timing. I don't know if you heard that beep. There's my biscuits. See? You could do something like this right here and just kind of shape them and then give it a good, there it is. Look at that biscuit. See? These are going to be delicious, easy peasy, Pastor Joel's fluffy biscuits. Don't forget the fluffy, because when they're done, I'm going to show them to you. And you're going to be like, wow, those are fluffy biscuits. Delicious. Delicious tasting fluffy biscuits. And it's going to go perfect with the gravy that I'm going to show you how to make. And it's real easy to make that gravy. Okay? So here's another biscuit. Okay. So there's the biscuit number 5. Okay? Now, what I like to do is right here. Let me pull this down so you can see it. I like to put them together so when they come up, they push each other up. You see? Okay? That's my biscuits. These are going to be jumbo biscuits. Because, you know, if you're hungry, you don't want to eat a little biscuit. You want to eat a real biscuit. And you want it to be fluffy. You want it to be good. You want it to taste right. And you want it, when you bite into it, you know you got a real biscuit. Here we go, right into the oven. And I'm going to set my timer for about 14 minutes, and I'm going to look at them. But once they turn golden brown, I'm pulling them right out of the oven. Golden brown is what you're looking for. All right. Cook time. And it'll probably take a little longer than 14 minutes. It might be 17 minutes. But I'm going with 14 to start with. So y'all can see how we do this. So I keep an eye on them at that point. Okay. Now, while I got the biscuits in the oven, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to finish off this other bacon that I've got because I'm going to use all the bacon. Okay? And I'm going to show you how that works. Here's my bacon. Turn that up. Put the milk away. Okay? Now, let's do this. I've got this bacon here. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to set my bacon on a napkin. I cook bacon on a napkin right here. And And I'm going to put the rest of that bacon in there. There's my bacon. Got my good bacon, as you can see. I'm going to cook the rest of this bacon. Some fresh bacon I bought a couple days ago before that ice storm that we were expecting. Or that snow, bad weather coming in. I'm going to finish cooking these last 3 pieces. And then we're going to make some gravy. Some delicious gravy. Now, this gravy is a bacon gravy. Here we go. As you can see, so I got this bacon right here. And we're going to cook this bacon just right. And then we're going to go ahead and proceed to make the flour. So we're going to let that cook for a minute. A few minutes till the bacon's good and brown, crispy. I like my bacon about like that. See? Nice and crispy.
How can I help you?
That was my computer talking to me. So now we're going to see, I got a lot of grease there going, but I'm going to show you that bacon grease is what's going to give our gravy the flavor that we want. That we're going to pour our gravy over our biscuits. Okay. So we're going to let that cook for a little bit. And yeah. Here we go. Got us some bacon. And if y'all want to share in the comments where you're from, amen, just go ahead and write it right there in the comments. Just type where you're from, what country, what region, so others can know where you're from. But I'm telling you, when you taste this gravy, if you will, when you make this gravy at home, you're gonna like it. And it's really easy to make. You saw how easy it was to make those biscuits? Those biscuits didn't take long to put together. See, I just did it all in one little bowl. And I just took me a good scoop, put a little salt in it. And this is the Spanish version of lard, basically. They call it manteca. Well, it says lard right there. But you could buy lard, regular lard. And you just take your 1 good scoop for 2 cups. I would say 2 tablespoons of lard per cup of flour. So I would say I used about 4, maybe 5 for 2 cups of flour. Okay, here we go. My bacon. I gotta turn it over here. Starting to cook here. Just about ready. And you're gonna see how easy it is to make this gravy. And it's a delicious gravy. If you like bacon, you're gonna love this gravy. This gravy is gonna be perfect over my biscuits. So let me take a glance at my biscuits here. Let me turn the oven light on. Nope, they're still baking. We got another 8 minutes or 10 minutes maybe. And you'll know when your biscuits are done. Your kitchen will smell like bread, but it's biscuits. And so, yeah. So our breakfast this morning is going to be bacon, biscuits and gravy, or bacon gravy, and scrambled eggs. Or you can cook your eggs however you like them. I like them both. I may go ahead and scramble me up a couple eggs, or just go ahead and make them over easy. Not sure yet. I may change my mind by the time I get to my eggs. So that gives you time to think about how you want your eggs. Because I like eggs any which way, you know. I didn't record this, but I made a southern coconut cream pie. But the next one I make, I'm going to show you how to make that, and you're going to love it. If you like coconut and the custard type filling, coconut, and yeah, it's going to be good. There we go. We're right there with the bacon, so I'm going to take this bacon out. Well, leave it in there another minute, maybe. But yeah, this is going to be good. Your family will love it. You know, food brings people together. Food is something that everybody on the planet have in common. Food, regardless of where you're from, everybody eats. And it's good to try different food, you know, foods from different recipes from different places. And I cook all kinds of different foods. So, yeah, here we go. Okay. Now, I've got a lot of bacon grease here, and let me show you what I mean. Look at all that grease I've got. Okay? So that's going to make a lot of gravy. You see? See that bacon grease? See it? I don't know if you can see that or not. That's a lot of bacon grease. So what I want, I'm going to turn that down so we're starting to smoke. So you pull that off. What I like to do before I put my flour in there, go ahead and bring it back. I like to scrape with a wooden spatula, if you will, just scrape the bottom because you want those bits and pieces in your gravy. And what I'm doing is I'm scraping any bacon that's stuck to the bottom. Those little brown pieces, that's going to give it more flavor. So what you do is you do it just like that. You see? I got all that right there. And if you really want bacon, if you like, you could even take bacon and break little pieces off in it. But in this case, I'm gonna do it just like that. Okay. Now the ratio, I got about, that's a lot of bacon grease. It's gonna make a lot of gravy. The ratio is 1-to-1 on the oil and the flour. But I'm going to show you an easy way without having to measure. You just put enough flour in there till the flour gets a little dry, but don't over put flour, okay? And I'll tell you something else about the flour. You want to cook it. You always want to cook your flour, or else your stomach, when you eat it, you'll feel bloated. So you cook your flour, okay? And this bacon grease, sorry, I'm eating bacon. It's delicious. And I'm just going to take this little, and you could use any type of flour, all purpose. I'm just using this, because this is what I got. And I'm going to start off with about a half a cup. And let me put it here where y'all can see it. You notice when I put it in there, and it's really going to take more of a, that's about a 3/4 cup. You see what I'm doing? I'm making an roux of bacon grease, or from bacon grease. And that's what you want right there. You See it bubbling? I got it on low because these skillets get hot. These and you can do it in any skillet. I do it in this. Just make sure you mix it all up. Okay. Now, right there, it's going to make me a creamy for the amount of flour I have. It's going to make me a creamy um, gravy. But I like my gravy a little thicker, so I'm going to go. And of course, the amount of milk you add, which I'll show you here. So I'm adding a little more to get my gravy thicker. My roux, maybe just a little more, just about right there. That's all. That's all the flour I'm going to use right there. So now I'm absorbing the oil with the flour is what I'm doing. You see? Make sure you keep mixing it. Don't stop mixing. You could whisk it. I just use this. But I am going to use a whisk once I add my milk. Okay? And the ratio of milk you want to add, and you could use buttermilk if you like. I'm just using regular milk today. But the amount of milk is for every tablespoon of oil. You got a tablespoon of oil, tablespoon of flour. You want to use about or close to a cup of milk, but that would make it kind of too watery. So actually, I use less milk for a thicker gravy. All right, let me turn this up. And what I'm doing is that once I get my gravy browned right here, my oil and my, you see the bacon bits in there? See that? I don't know if you can see that or not, the bacon bits. So I'm going to turn the fire up just a little bit to medium, had it on low. So I want to brown my gravy and cook my flour. Okay. You know what? I'm going to put just a tad more flour in there. Just like that. Okay. All right. So now, got to make sure to, there we go. Just like that. Okay. And right here at this point, I could break off bacon pieces in there if I wanted to. Let me turn this up here. You know, if I wanted to, I might just break off a few bacon pieces. All right, that's the oven telling me my biscuits might be done. So I'm going to check my biscuits. Okay. Check my biscuits. They're not done yet. Okay. And you can put more bacon, but I'm going to just make it like that and eat my bacon on the side. I just put a few bacon pieces in there, broke it up. A few pieces. Okay. So now I'm going to get this good and brown. Turn the fire up a little bit. Until I get a good bubble on that flour and gravy. Once I get a good bubble all around, turning it up, then I'll turn it back down a little bit, turning the temperature up, because I want my roux to be fully cooked. I want that flour cooked. It's also going to give it flavor. Here we go. All right. I'm starting to bubble. Turning it down and going with my milk. Now I'm going to start with about a cup and a half of milk, a little bit at a time. Stirring it in. Stirring it in. I got my fire on low. I got it set to 2 on the dial. See? Because it's already, see how it's already, but it's too thick right now. It's going to need more milk. See? See what I'm doing? Browning it up even more. There it goes. Doesn't look like gravy yet, but I'm going to go ahead and start pouring my milk in and make my gravy. There we go. And you see, you just kind of do that much. And you get the gravy, the milk. The amount of milk you add is the consistency of how you like your gravy. If you like it thicker, you would just put just enough milk. If you like it uh, uh, less thick, wait a minute, I said that backwards. If you like it thicker, you'd put less milk. If you like it not as thick, you would add more milk. Okay? All right, so I did that. I got my milk in there. I got it on low. You want it on low. Okay? Now, that looks real thick. Okay? But now I'm going to show you a little trick. Okay? I've used milk, but now I'm gonna add a little bit of cold water, just a little like that. You see it? It's gonna help cut through the milk and the flour, and it's not gonna change your flavor. Okay? It's making a lot. See? And at this point, we're getting us some gravy. You see? A little more water, so I like it more creamy. There we go. And that's probably the consistency I'm going to shoot for right there. I may add a little bit more water, but you can see. Just make sure you mix it all together. This is super easy to make. You just got to stand over it, keep stirring. You don't want big old lumps in your gravy. Okay? By the way, while I'm making this gravy, y'all should visit our website. Our church website is openheavenchristianchurch.com. We have a global outreach where people come and they fellowship from all over the world in a chat room. I'm usually in the 24/7 audio chat during the evening Central Time. I'm in Arkansas. So around 7 or 8 o'clock at night, I'll come on there and share what the Lord would have me to share. And I would love to share the gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ with you. If you don't know the Lord Jesus, come on in there and we'll share because the Lord really wants to come into your life and save you. He's coming again. Jesus is going to return, and we have to be ready to receive him when he comes. And he's going to receive us, those that are believe. Okay. Now I'm going to take some salt and sprinkle some salt on here, just like that. You put salt and pepper to taste, how much you like, and then I'm going to take some pepper. Don't forget the pepper, because that's going to give it flavor. I like a lot of pepper, but not so much where it's unbearable. But I'm going to mix my pepper right into that. You see? See my pepper? And I got this consistency right here, just right. Okay? I got this this gravy just about as thick as I like it. Okay? Okay. And when it comes to salt and pepper, I usually just do like that and taste it. Could use a little more salt. So I'm putting a little more salt. And my gravy is done. There's my gravy. Show you the consistency I like. Right there. My biscuits are still in the oven here. So keeping an eye on them, but once I get them golden brown, that's how I'm going to take them out. But while we're waiting on the biscuits, we're going to cook us up some move my bacon over here. We're going to cook us up some tomatoes. Okay, let me wipe the stove off here so I can get ready to cook my eggs without igniting a fire here with this grease. You'll have a little grease, just kind of keep it clean. So you don't want to catch anything on fire with this grease. Here we go. So now, okay, I got my gravy done, and I'll keep stirring it. You know, turn my fire on right here for my eggs, and we're gonna cook us up some eggs. You know, I said I'm gonna make scrambled eggs. I think I'm gonna have eggs over medium on second thought. But sometimes I like to take my eggs, I'll put the biscuit, then the gravy, and an egg right on top. It's really good that way. Okay? So let me put a little slither of butter, if you will, for my eggs. And I'm going to cook me up some eggs over medium, as we say here in the South. For those that are up north, over medium is basically over easy. What y'all call over easy, we call over medium. And so what I do is I cook my eggs on one side, then I flip it over for just a few seconds, 5-10 seconds, and then I got over easy or over medium. So let me go ahead and get my eggs ready. Okay, got my eggs. Let's see here. There we go. Drop my eggs in there. We're almost ready to eat. And I'm going to show you how we do this. Okay? It's not real hard. Okay. So I got my eggs in here. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and stir up my gravy some more. Keep it from. And if you let it sit, it'll thicken up. And you can put this gravy, whatever you don't eat, put it back in a Tupperware and freeze it, and or put it in the refrigerator, eat it the next day. It's that good. But look at the consistency of my gravy. I like it just like that. Some people like it a little less thick. Add a little more milk or a little water, and your gravy will not be as thick. Okay. Got my eggs here. Eggs cooking. All right. So let it cook on one side, and then I'm going to flip these eggs over. A non-skillet pan. We're not ready to flip yet, I don't think, so we'll go ahead and do that. You can see my eggs right here. Then I'm going to get ready to serve myself some biscuits, some gravy. All right, I'm going to flip these eggs over. There we go. Now I'm going to let them do that for a minute. Okay, my biscuits are done. Perfect timing. You see how we timed that? Put your biscuits together, put them in the oven, make you some gravy. Look at those biscuits, folks. Look at these biscuits. They crumble apart. See? That's what you want with this. Okay, my eggs are done. I'm going to set this down right here. Let these cool for a second. All right. So I'm going to show you how to put this together, okay? First things first, I want my eggs in there, and I want them just like that, okay? So you got your nice over easy, over medium eggs, okay? Then I'm going to take this biscuit right here, and because I like biscuits and gravy, okay? There's my bacon, okay? There's my bacon, my biscuits, you see it? Easy peasy, fluffy biscuits. Some nice crisp bacon with my eggs over medium. And then, guess what, folks? All you need is one of these right here. And I can go ahead and get rid of this thing. Put that over here in the sink. Give it one good whirl. Give it a stir. And then just pour. You could break your biscuit up, okay? Like you could do this right here. Look how fluffy and look how they broke. Look at that biscuit. You see that? I wanted to show you that biscuit. You could do this. Just kind of break them up right here like this. Okay? Now watch this. Pour you some gravy right over the top of that. And there you go. There's your meal. You might take a little pepper, put back on there a little bit more pepper if you like. You don't have to, but now I'm going to go over here. I'm going to need a fork with this, of course. So let me grab a fork here. Okay. Get you a cup of coffee, some milk, whatever you want. Okay. Now, let me show you. I want you to look at this because this is country cooking. By the way, we got us a little snow out here. There's the church right there. For y'all don't know the church, that's the back of the church, and I'm at the house behind the church. But that's where we fellowship sometimes. You know, we got to give God glory for all this because God's the one that gave us the chickens to eat these so we can have eggs. He gave us the animals, you know, and the flour. All this comes from the Lord. So let me say this. When you enjoy your meal like this, and I'm going to put a little pepper on here, okay? Don't forget, please don't forget to give God glory, okay? And how do you do that? First, you accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, and then you thank Him, you thank the Father for the food that He provided for you, because that's really where it comes from, okay? But I want to thank you. Again, Pastor Joel here at Open Heaven Christian Church. I'm here at the house, about to enjoy this great meal that is easy peasy, fluffy biscuits right here, you see? So easy to make, you see? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to rate this. I'm going to say this is a 10. That good. Didn't take that long to make. I'll tell you another thing you could do. Sometimes I'll take an egg and pour it right on top. See? I'll pour it right on top of my, and just eat it like that. You see? Just like that with the egg. That bacon flavor of the gravy, the egg. Then you got your little extra bacon. You can't go wrong. Delicious. Pastor Joel's easy peasy, fluffy biscuits, and bacon gravy right here live on this channel. And this is the first episode. There's more to come. I got some good recipes, and I'm going to show them to you. Give God glory. God bless y'all. And thank you for watching. Do me a favor, before I forget, give it a thumbs up or where you share it. Please do. If you like this video, I'll keep making more. God bless you.